Hey, everybody. Welcome back again to a little Austin Sports Weekend. It is NFL season.
All right.
Finally.
Week 1 has kicked off in a very bizarre way just because of the weird formation.
The weird kickoff is weird.
Don't ask me, ask Roger.
But we had some pretty good game this week. Before we get started, though, thanks again for SevereTV.com for setting us up here in studio. We are back in studio. Yay. Thanks again for Autographs Plus for sponsoring us. We've got a couple Super Bowl team helmets here signed Mahomes, and I think that was
My
Deebo
team
Samuel.
will not sniff it anytime soon.
Yeah. Let's go ahead and jump into week 1. Thursday, we had a really good kickoff game. Ravens-Chiefs went back and forth.
One foot off from a tie game.
About an inch. They say the football's a game of inches.
It's a game of feet, too, because it's a game of toes, even.
Yeah, those toes did not get in there at the end, and they lost that game.
Lost by a toe.
Yeah. The Chiefs, though, they're looking pretty good still yet.
Despite one little factor, though, they still have the nag back there.
Yep.
Calling the plays-ish. I don't know if he's fully calling the
I
plays
don't know
or
if he is or if he's
if Andy Reid
has taken it over, but they stepped right back in. Honestly, they've actually lost, I think, their first game of the season in the last 2 or 3 years. So for them to step up and win a big game against a rival, and the Ravens are sort of a rival. They played in the playoffs a lot. These games like this make a difference when it comes playoff time.
January.
From being a home team and a visitor team. That one win right there, a lot of times, can give you a home playoff game versus having to go on the road. That was a big win by the Chiefs, actually.
And this game had some negative repercussions for especially the Packers in this game against the Eagles. They lost their quarterback, Jordan Love, to an injury for at least a month.
Yeah, the Eagles beat the Packers, and then Jordan Love
got his MCL twisted up.
His MCL has an MCL.
Not an ACL, but an MCL.
MCL, which is better. And the ACL could take you out for the entire year if you mess it up too bad. But they went to Brazil on a horrible field. I heard that the players said it was like playing on glass that was a horrible field. I don't know why the NFL keeps doing that.
Ask Roger Goodell.
But the Eagles look really good. Saquon Barkley said, "I'll take 3 to go, 3 touchdowns." The Eagles. Do you remember whenever they drafted Barkley and the Eagles owner said, "I would just be sick to my stomach if we didn't draft him and then the Eagles got him."
Well, the Eagles got him
Eagles
anyway,
got him
but
anyway.
he got 3 touchdowns for them in his debut as an Eagle.
So the Eagles starting out looking pretty good.
Watch out for Kellen Moore, guys. Just watch out. Watch out, Philly fans. Watch out
That's
for
all I
Kellen
think.
Moore.
Kellen Moore will eventually run it into the ditch.
Watch out, guys.
We had our teams playing the Panthers, Saints.
My team was just a flaming pile of hot garbage trash fire. That was horrible.
47-10.
Someone please remember when I dug that dig. For those who don't watch our channel,
Yeah.
I dug a giant wormhole outside of my house
to live in.
last year. I'm gonna have to dig it twice as deep if this is gonna be what we're gonna witness. I think I'm gonna give you a little sweet in there.
Yeah, you need to give me a suite because eventually Jerry Jones will drive me out there with you. I'll be out there living in that hole with you.
Because this was just abysmal. 30-0 at halftime.
It was pretty
Come
bad.
on.
I expected some kind of. I don't
They
know.
looked like a high school peewee team.
Let's give them some time. Maybe halfway through the season.
I don't know. This one just got me
It
angry.
looked pretty bad.
This one just got me angry.
They looked pretty bad.
I'm not gonna. I don't know. That's just my raw feelings or something. But it just felt like I just got punched in the gut again.
Yeah, all the hope and enthusiasm went out at halftime when you're down 30 to.
Yeah, 30-0.
Yeah, Cowboys, Browns.
Well, positive start for you. You don't have
Positive
to join
start.
the wormhole yet.
I'm not in the wormhole yet. You may tell you who is in the wormhole with you.
Tiffany.
Deshaun Watson.
Tiffany is with me.
Deshaun Watson looks
Awful.
terrible.
He looks like
They paid him what, $240 million
If there
to
is a-
stink.
to stink, and not just stink. He's basically
terrible.
that one picture of the dumpster floating over the river.
Yeah.
That's what he is right now. He's a floating garbage can at quarterback.
And he's going to be there for a few more years because he had, it was like 200, like it was guaranteed. Most of it was guaranteed.
And even
money.
and even worse, Ken Dorsey's calling the plays. What was Kevin Stefanski thinking?
That he didn't want to coach there next year. I want to find a way to get out of here. Hey, but the Cowboys did look good. Honestly, the Cowboys' defense looked good. Their offense is still wishy-washy. But
Well,
their
it's Mike
defense looked
Zimmer,
good.
though.
Yeah,
Zimmer
man,
effect.
Zimmer came in and killed it. We had the Cardinals-Bills. The Cardinals led this for most of the time, but the Bills
Talent
took fire,
card.
pulled out the talent card, had 34 on them. This is the Bills. I mean, their window is.
Almost completely shut.
If the Bills don't do something this year, then they're going to drop back down into a okay team. I mean, really. We had the Patriots-Bengals. My shocker of the week. Congrats, Gerard Mayo, the ex-Tennessee linebacker, now
First
head
head coaching win.
of the Patriots.
First head coaching win. The Bengals look sluggish.
They did, yeah. This
They-
was in Cincinnati.
They looked incredibly sluggish and conservative. One of my friends on Facebook called them out for conservative play calling. So
Yeah, they looked a little vanilla. I don't know, maybe if they thought they could win this game vanilla and didn't plan for it. Man, the Patriots defense was pretty good. Of course, you've got a defensive coach that's been with the team for a long time. See, Gerard Mayo played for the Patriots.
and he's coached for the Patriots, and
He's
now
been
he's
a
the
Patriots
head
his
coach.
entire career.
Now he's the head coach.
So, but I'm proud of him. I'm not a Patriot fan, but I'm proud of him. That was good. We had the Vikings Giants.
Speaking of trash dumpster fire, the New York Football Giants. This is the most disappointing one for
Yeah,
me.
it is. Yeah.
Because you have on your weapon pool is pretty deep at wide receiver. You have Malik Neighbors drafted out of LSU, so we're not just talking about. And we
Anybody.
had Jalen Hyatt 2 years ago out of the University of Tennessee.
Yeah, who
Two
won the
SEC
Blitnikoff,
schools.
a Blitnikoff Award winner, wide receiver.
2 SEC schools, and you give them both a total of 7 targets.
7 targets for the entire game.
And Hyatt had only 1 target. How did these problems still come about?
Ever since Daniel Jones has signed his big contract, he has threw more pick sixes than he has touchdowns.
Daniel Jones looked terrible. He's just painfully average, isn't he?
I was really hoping for Daniel Jones to do good. I was hoping, but he ain't.
He's not going to do it.
He ain't. No. They're gonna-
Mike Kafka, the offensive coordinator, also deserves blame here because goodness gracious.
that was bad.
Brian Dable too. We're putting Britt Dable into this too because he's the.
He's the one overseeing it all.
We're going to bring the ownership in this too. We're going to bring everybody in the GM too.
Yeah, bring 'em on
Everybody's
down.
going to be.
You-
How did he get outplayed that badly by Sam Darnold?
I'm not a Sam Darnold was
Yes.
the man.
That's
that
the one
wasn't
kicker.
even Kirk Cousins anymore.
That's Sam
That was
Darnold.
Sam Darnold who failed at the Jets.
Oh, he outplayed Daniel Jones. They made him look like Joe Montana.
28-6.
I did not think those words would come out of my mouth, would it?
No, I didn't know Sam Darnold was going to even get to play again. But the Giants fans are not going to put up with that.
They're not
So-
gonna. They're not gonna put up.
They
with it.
will revolt by the middle of this season.
Everyone's gonna be flushed.
Yeah. Titans Bears. This was probably my most disappointing game. The Titans outplayed the Bears the entire game, except for the fourth quarter.
They completely let this slip through their
17
fingers.
to nothing and lost 24-17.
You know, whenever
on a
you-
pick six.
You know, whenever you take a shower and you try to grab the soap bar and it just keeps slipping out of your hands and it falls to the floor.
And you try to
every
reach
time?
over and get it and you fall and break your leg or something. That's what the Titans look like.
Yes, Will Levis had probably the worst throw of the entire year.
I don't think you'll have a worse interception than that one this year. I don't know how you could.
It was just
He was
horrific.
falling down to be sacked, down to his knees, and flicked the ball sideways like a frisbee to the defense.
I mean, he was probably sniffing too much mayonnaise.
And as they were running by to score a touchdown, he was on his knees going, "No!" That should be a poster of the guy running by with an interception while he's on his knees with his hands over his hands over
probably
his
been
eyes.
eating too much mayo.
I don't know something. We had the Steelers Falcons. We picked this one. I'm not going to pick against, even though Wilson was supposed to start, but he had an injury. They brought
Justin
in
Fields did fine.
Justin Fields came in fine, and the Steelers still won.
Kirk Cousins threw 2 picks, and that's not fine.
I told you that I would trust Mike Tomlin more than I would the Falcons.
That's
I don't care.
pretty easy
I don't care
question.
who's quarterbacking.
That's pretty easy answer.
Yeah. Jaguars, Dolphins, really good game. Jaguars played well. Dolphins pulled it out.
Tyreek Hill not only had problems with the cops, but he had also problems. He caused the Jaguars problems.
What you say? He's got get away from the cop speed. He didn't have the speed before the game, but he had it during the game.
Yep.
That 180-yard catch was like a streak of lightning down the field. But the Dolphins should be good this year, and honestly, the Jaguars might be pretty good too. They're starting to rise up a little bit. We got the Texans Colts. This one was a little bit of a shocker to me. I thought the Texans would beat them by 10 points probably.
Texans offense
actually.
looks all right, and the defense still needs some adjustments.
They gave up 27 to the Colts. That worries me a little bit, honestly, because normally I was thinking that the Texans might go deep into the playoffs this year, but if you're giving up 27 points to a Colts team, that's not a championship defense. Let's just put it that way. Raiders, Chargers, we picked that one
Jim
pretty
Harbaugh
good.
won the old Jim Harbaugh way.
Again, I trusted the Chargers quarterback more than I trusted the Raiders quarterback.
And oddly enough, we don't have. Usually, last year by this time, we would have been groaning about both head coaches by now. But
Nope.
this year, it's a little different.
I
Both
like
of them
I like both head coaches for those teams. Good team. Broncos, Seahawks at Seattle. We picked that one. Seattle's a hard place to go to, and the Sean Payton experiment is still out. We don't know if it's going to work or not.
Yeah.
Commanders, Bucks.
Baker Mayfield has the performance of the week.
He does have the performance of the-
289 yards, 4 touchdowns, no interceptions, no fumbles.
Yep. I bet you the Browns wish they had a good quarterback like that.
Yeah, don't blame the fans for that. Blame the management.
That was one of the most stupid moves in the history of stupid moves. Rams, Lions.
Lions
kept
kept
us
this out
out.
in overtime.
Overtime. The Rams lost Puka.
And that was
with
really
an
what
injury,
derailed them.
and that sort of derailed them. The Lions, though, they still look like a pretty good team. That's
Probably need to start off a little quicker, but
yeah. We finished off the week with Jets, 49ers. The 49ers, you called it too good. I don't know if anybody's going to beat the 49ers unless injuries
or Patrick Mahomes.
or Patrick Mahomes. Patrick Mahomes beats everybody. McCaffrey didn't play from a strain. They didn't need him.
They didn't need him.
What I don't need McCaffrey to win. What? 32. Aaron Rodgers looked rusty. He did.
Yes, well, I guess that's normally expected for a guy who hadn't started a game or at least a full game in over 2 years.
And he's over 42.
So, but I don't trust Nathaniel Hackett calling the plays.
No, I don't know.
He's had such a bad track record too, honestly. Do you really?
I don't trust him, no.
And Robert Sala's got a really bad head coaching record too. So I'm just wondering if the Jets will keep everyone together this year.
Oh,
This is really the season to do it.
This might be the swan song for Mr. Rogers. Let's go ahead and jump on to week 2 real quick. Let's jump through these. Thursday night, we got a really good game. We got the Bills-Dolphins. I mean, that's deep into the season game. That's a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful
Only
game.
con is that you got to get Amazon Prime.
Yeah, they always stick it on some Peacock Prime, something. They are at Dolphins. Bills at Dolphins. The Dolphins are favored by 2.5. I'm probably going to pick the Bills for the upset, to be honest. Just because they scored 34 last week and the Dolphins struggled to get 20, so I'm not sure if the Dolphins offense is clicking yet. Sunday, we got the Chargers at your Panthers.
Chargers win by 50.
Chargers by 50. We got the Saints at the Cowboys.
That'll be competitive.
It'll be competitive. It's hard for me to pick the Cowboys. No, their defense is really good. I'm going to pick the Cowboys to win.
Just remember the Crypt Keeper, Jerry. He's always watching over you.
Oh, yeah. Emperor Palpatine, Jerry Jones. Good. He bothers me. We got the Raiders at the Ravens.
You want to pick Baltimore?
Baltimore by 10, probably, yeah. Browns, Jaguars. Jaguars are favored by 3. Honestly, I'm probably pretty comfortable with that, but because Deshaun Watson
He's not good.
he is not going to be a good quarterback now. Jets, Titans. That's a tough one, to be honest.
Yeah, the Jets have to turn it around. The Titans have to pull it together.
I don't think Aaron Rodgers is going to lose 2 in a row, is he?
I don't think so.
No. So you probably got to take the Jets at the Titans. Our line's 3.5. I'm probably comfortable with that. 49ers, Vikings.
I'll take the 49ers.
Sam Darnold is not going to do it 2 games in a row. Sorry. That's probably a 7 to 10 point game, to be honest. Seahawks at Patriots.
Well, this is definitely interesting. It would have been prime time 10 years ago, but
Yeah.
this time around it feels a little different.
I don't know how to pick that, to be honest, because I don't know how each team's. This just being the second week, I don't know. The Patriots won last week, which was
Seahawks won last week.
Seahawks won last week, but the Seahawks are going all the way from this coast to that coast. The Seahawks are favored by 3.5.
Wanna pick the Patriots?
I might lean on the Patriots just because of travel, but again, this was early in the season, so there's no guarantees on any of this. Giants, Commanders.
Oh boy.
Who's going to lose that? Somebody has to lose this game. Somebody's
I'm
has
going
to
to
win
pick the
this.
Commanders.
Commanders are favored by 1.5.
Commandos.
I would probably too, just because
They have a little more promise at quarterback.
a little more promise. Yep. We got the Bucks, Lions. Man, that is a
Rematch
tasty
of a
game.
playoff game last year.
That's a tasty game. Detroit is favored by 7. I think that might be a little bit too much.
Baker Mayfield definitely showed he's
I
a very
think the
capable
Lions,
quarterback.
I think the Lions can win that by 7 or more. I don't think so. So I'm probably taking a little Bucks plus 7. Colts, Packers. I'm gonna probably lean Colts because who's the backup quarterback for the Packers?
Even I, who studied football for a long time, is struggling to figure that one out.
Yeah. We got the Rams, Cardinals. Probably take
The Rams.
the Rams. Arizona's favored in that, but I got the Rams. Steelers, Broncos. I got the Steelers.
Give me Pittsburgh any day.
Pittsburgh -3. I'm comfortable with that. Bengals, Chiefs.
Chiefs
The
right now,
Bengals
definitely. They
win
couldn't.
at home last week against the new coach. Chiefs are only favored by 6. I'm thinking 10. Bears, Texans.
Here's the hype train, baby.
Texans. The Texans don't need to have a good defense to stop the Bears. Bears offense last week sucked, and they still won. And then our Monday night game, we got the Falcons, Eagles. I'm going Eagles all the way on that one too. And line's 6.5. I'm comfortable with that too. I think the Eagles by 10 plus on that one. And that's it. That is our NFL football for the week. Hope you had a little fun with us. Week 1 is over. 16, 17 more weeks ago.
Yep, that's going to be a wild ride.
Oh, I'm so glad football is back. We hope you had a little fun with us again. Thanks again for Severe TV for setting us up here. And we hope you had fun. We will see you
Next week.